So my name is Gianfranco Celario Sedano. I go by Jester Sedano. I'm a 21-year-old music production and entrepreneurship major at York College of Pennsylvania. I moved to the States 2 years ago from Argentina, and I currently go to York College of Pennsylvania. I'm a junior there studying music production and entrepreneurship, and it's a lot of fun. I'm also an RA on campus, a resident assistant, and I have my own clothing line called Jester Sedano. So my role here at Marketview Arts is gallery assistant. Whenever there's any event going on or whenever the gallery is open, I just sit here, and anyone that comes in, I just greet them, give them a tour if they want a tour of Marketview Arts, and just tell them what's going on. So pretty much it's informative and at the same time networking, helping artists to be able to exhibit their art in the best way possible so that they can provide to the community what they want to provide and share the message that they want to share. And I'm also president of the AAYC on campus. It stands for Animal Advocates of York College, where we help people adopt a plant-based lifestyle and have a more environmentally conscious life. When it comes to my experience at York College as a vegan, when it comes to, let's say, the dining hall, they have amazing vegan options there for me to eat, so it's really good. And there has been a lot of people that I met there within the vegan community. Now that we're starting the AAYC, Animal Advocates of York College, we're gonna be able to have a space where all these vegans can come together. And not only necessarily vegans, but people that are interested in adopting a plant-based lifestyle and a more conscious lifestyle, environmentally conscious as well, because that's something that we're gonna be getting into. Animal exploitation, practices of the industry. So through that AAYC, we're gonna be inviting everyone in the YCP community to come, be informed, participate in lectures, and hopefully by the time that the semester ends, they would be willing and thinking about adopting a plant-based lifestyle and a more environmentally conscious lifestyle. So I've been vegan for a total of 4 years now, the most wonderfulest years of my life, because since I transitioned to veganism, I noticed that my mind and my mental capacities have expanded so much to the point where I'm capable of doing things that I wasn't capable of doing before, and analyzing situations and acting upon them in a way where I feel much more mindful of what I do. So my parents befriended these hippies when I was living back in Argentina, and they were vegan and they loved to be on the road, and they were just amazing people. So they would always stay at my house and they would sleep there because we had a beautiful house over there in Argentina with a wide, extensive garden, and we had a pool. So it was a nice place for them to just sit down, relax, do their yoga, and just have a good time and cook vegan foods. So my parents transitioned to veganism, and that's where I started cooking my own food because my parents wouldn't cook my meat anymore. So I started cooking my own food there, coming in contact with the flesh, smelling all the smells that would come from the dead, rotten body. And there is where I started picking up all these ideas of, what am I doing? This isn't something that's correct and isn't something that's gonna be good for myself in the long run. So I started feeling disgusted in what I was doing to the point where I just started cutting out all meats. Last meat I ate was seafood, and that was the last memory that I have of eating any form of meat. And from then on, I just started going fully plant-based. So recently I worked on an art piece called Go Vegan and Nobody Gets Hurt, and this is done by Sue Coe. It's a woodcut on paper that she did a while ago, and Matthew Clay-Robison, he asked me if I could help him out with this art piece because we were gonna do a plywood art piece it was an 8-foot by 4-foot, and that was gonna be exhibited at the Harvest Vegan Fest. So he asked me if I could help him out with this, and I said, of course, doing a vegan art piece for a vegan festival, I don't see why not. We ended up doing that, and it was exhibited at the Harvest Vegan Fest. It was amazing because we saw so many people taking pictures of it, so I'm very happy that people got the experience to see that. Then on a Thursday, so the Harvest Vegan Fest was on a Saturday, and then on next Thursday was when Sue Coe went to York College of Pennsylvania to give a lecture. That's where I got to meet her through Matthew Clay-Robison, and we got a chance to talk with one another and go on a walk, actually. So through that walk, we had a very insightful conversation, I would say, and something that I feel is career and life defining for me, because whenever I meet somebody that has done so much for the world and for the animals, to be walking along with them and then giving me information and giving me inspiration to continue doing what I'm doing, it was a life-changing moment for me to meet somebody like her. At the moment that we saw each other, first moment, she says, you're the one that worked on my art piece. And I said, yes. And we just gave each other a hug like we knew each other from all our lives. And she did give me a lot of insightful information that day. It was very nice. She gave me one of her art pieces too. She gifted me one of her pieces. So I was very happy with that. She signed it and everything, so it was very nice. And the message portrayed by Go Vegan and Nobody Gets Hurt is the ideal that if we choose to adopt a plant-based lifestyle, then we're gonna stop harming everything around us or anyone around us to the point where we won't be building up these bad karmas for ourselves and for the world. So go vegan and nobody gets hurt. So as mentioned, I also have a clothing line called Jester Sedano. I'm an artist myself and I've always been doing art throughout my life. This one is called Entity of Change, and the idea of this one is that everyone in life can become an entity of change. Change for the good, change for the better, and change for all. I also have other art pieces that I started doing which are geometrical. What I try to depict with these are the true essence of the soul, the true essence of the subconscious mind. So through depicting these images, I'm capable of acknowledging what we are in our subconscious state, in our energetic state. Geometry, colors, patterns. That's the finished one in color. So what I would do with these is scan them and then fill in the color with Photoshop. Which is another great thing of working at Marketview Arts. I have access to Photoshop, which is really good because I don't have that myself. I'm a music production student, so I don't necessarily have a digital media program. This one is Dancing Petals. And the finished version of this one, we have this one that yet doesn't have a color, but it will at some point, called Programming the Human Mind. And just because the mind works in multiple dimensions, up, down, left, right, behind, in front of, you can see something different in every perspective of it. What Programming the Human Mind is trying to depict are the ideas that are fed into our head, that are just infiltrated in our mind and embedded before we're born through marketing, advertisement, of what is correct to eat and what is good for us to eat, when in the end it's only damaging our own minds, our body, and the whole world. So if we find a way to program the human mind in a more positive aspect, not only for ourselves but those around us, then we'd definitely be looking at a very, very nice place to live in. But currently, our minds are programmed to eat death, to be able to pay people to just forcibly breed these beings into existence and just slaughter them so we can survive. There's a mass programming that has to change for the minds of the humans that live on this earth. Therefore, if we start acting with more love, we adopt a plant-based lifestyle, and we start meditating more to see what's inside our inner selves instead of wondering what is out there, if not what's in here, the world would be a much better place. Thanks for tuning in.